life. Okay, councillors, thank you very much. Would someone like to move to resume standing order? Moved by Councillor Kennedy, seconded by Councillor Meagle. All in favour? Aye. Against, carried. 11.1, notice of motion. Moved by Councillor Wales. Do we have a second to that motion? Councillor Meagle. Questions or comments, councillors? Councillor Thomas, did you have a comment on that?
Yes, I was just gathering my thoughts. I would actually really encourage council to move forward with the recommendation put forward by my fellow councillor Wales. As you're all aware, Councillor Kennedy and myself, our local police station is affected by these changes. And as I was just describing earlier to one of our attendees in the room, that you think about population dynamics, and there is times where some of our local populations can increase by thousands overnight. So obviously that is peak, at the trough and at peak, but when you think about that exponentially, and when you add into the mix a river and alcohol and all those other things that go on, this is really a burning issue. It needs to be addressed, and I actually thank Councillor Wales for bringing it to our attention. Thank
you, Councillor Thomas. And Councillor Wales, just for information, I had a motion moved at Ramsgate last week in support of writing letters to the Commissioner, as well as Albury and Griffith superintendents to address the exact issue. It was quite interesting that we had the problem, but they did on the other side of the river as well. So that has been done. Councillor Law.
I'm also in support of this motion, and I think also it's very good to bring up the lack of police that we have in each area. How many of our local police are being taken to Albury to fill in spots there, and that it is really not acceptable that we should go without police here in Corowa or any of the other small regions to boost Albury's numbers.
Thank you, Councillor Law. Councillor Wales.
I've got a comment to make. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As I was a former police officer, I can relate to this motion because it's sort of down to my heart. It's a very important issue. When I was in council before, we had the sub-pack meetings, which is a good meeting for the police to come, and we have discussions and talk about what happens, what issues and goes on. And also, in relation to police being transferred, we have a few police being transferred at the moment, and there was a risk that they weren't going to be replaced. But I did get a phone call from yesterday from my informant, and he said that Senior Councillor Churchin from Mulwala will be advertised here at this, and she's a lock-up key, which is a very important role down there. It's always domestics happening around the place and other issues, so to have that advertised good. Now, the one from Cora Smith, he's being transferred, so that's the next issue. We want to get confirmation from the Superintendent at Albury that his position will be replaced at Cora, because like they get a job in Mulwala and something happens near Ranna, and there's only one police on, so anyway, we hope that our superintendent can confirm that that position will be replaced. And like Councillor said, we need police here in our town, so it's a very important issue. The potential word of something happening, that's the main thing. So thank you for that. And I hope
thank you, Councillor Wales. It certainly weakens the framework of even in our smaller places as well. If the numbers are short here, you can guess what's going to happen next. If there's no more comments there, councillors, I'll put it all in favour. Against, carried. Reports from committees, there be none.
Attention staff, digital staff, customers. Wormald will be conducting fire testing this morning. I repeat, Wormald will be conducting fire testing this morning. This is only a test. I repeat, this is only a test. Please do not leave the building. Thank you.
Unless it's a real one, then later.
Thank you, Councillor Churchin.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. Whilst we haven't got a written report, I'll just give an update on the Corowa Pool Committee. As chairperson of that committee, we have met now quite a few times. The tender document has gone out. That committee, for those not aware, are made up of councillors, Councillor Law, Councillor Longley, myself, youth councillors, general public and stakeholders that have been involved or different areas of the community. So it's a good spread. There's about 11 or 12 on the committee, including staff, which Mr Butler sat on some meeting, and we were fortunate enough to have Mr Carmichael attend our recent meeting last week. So those minutes will come through and we'll have them filtered through back into councillors from now. But the tender document went out, and at our meeting last week we were informed that there's been quite a bit of interest from far and wide, and the pool concepts that we're talking about, and in particular... That's that fire drill. Like 2 minutes, sit down. As you were. So with the tenders, we've had quite a bit of interest, but in particular, our project manager has really investigated and is making some good headway as to the heating of pools. It's come a hell of a long way just in the last 3 to 5 years. So, as that motion that was moved in the initial council...
Start the customers, fire testing is now complete for this morning. I repeat, fire testing is now complete for this morning. Thank you.
So we've, in the last 3 to 5 years, there's been a hell of a lot of pools built that have got different forms of heating, and that's being heavily investigated, and we're looking forward to the close of tender so that we can actually report back to council and more importantly the ratepayers and the general public as to what we're going to be able to do for the money that council has allocated. So that's where we're at the minute.
Excellent, excellent. Thanks for that report. Okay, so 13 reports from delegates. There be none. Councillor Thomas.
Just in follow-up of our conversation that we've had earlier in terms of representing Federation Council with my fellow councillor Longmire and yourself and our GM, Mr Butler, to the MCA workshop in Echuca. I just really wanted to let everyone know that the MDA also have 3 really strategic national position statements that are out on public display, and they're to do with joint governance arrangements within the basin, and a really important one is the socio-economic neutrality in regards to the 450 gigalitres that the basin plan is proposing. I'd actually really encourage people to have a look at that document. I can send you a link if you're interested. And the other really interesting position statement that they have at the moment is the Murray-Darling Basin risks and opportunities, and that's what we need to look at and investigate those risks and opportunities further. And just on a really small delegate report was that I was able to attend the Ageing Well Expo in Mulwala last week with the bus about for our really fabulous community staff that pulled together once again another really great week for our seniors because they get bussed about our shire, and some really good stall holders and lots of information and engagement went on at that particular event. And I thank Councillor Meagle, he was there as well, and Councillor Wales, and I'm sure that the other events were attended. I know Councillor Law attended another event that particular week. I don't know whether anyone else went, but yeah, congratulations to all the staff who pulled that week off, and of course our Ageing Well ambassadors, because they're the key to it all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Thomas. Any more delegates reports?
I think in the reports we gave earlier, Mr Mayor, are probably good enough for what the delegates report. We're only going over what we already said.
That's fine. Thank you very much. So now we'll move on to 13.1, attendance for the Murray-Darling Association Strategic Plan, which we've done. So 14, correspondence requiring council action. Australian Government, 14.1, letter, I suppose we could probably do these, oh no, we can't really. A block race recovery program, 14.2, Prime Minister, thank you for letter acknowledging congratulations following his appointment. 14.3, thank you letter from Council for Council support application for Max Coolin Ski Park. It's included in the agenda, so the recommendation that correspondence be tabled in the February business paper. Be noted. So moved by Councillor Law, seconded by Councillor Kennedy. Any questions or comments? If not, I'll put it all in favour.
Aye.
Against, carried. Okay, now we'll move to Item 15, confidential matters. Would someone like to move that we go into closed council? Moved by Councillor Law, seconded by Councillor Kennedy. All in favour? Aye. Against? Carried. Okay.